Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Skedler webinar. My name is Mary Castillo, and I'm a marketing manager for Skedler. The topic for today's webinar is Save Time and Money with Automated Reports and Alerts for Elastic Stack and Grafana. I'm joined by Shankar Radhakrishnan, CEO and founder, who is the presenter of this webinar. Before we get started, a few housekeeping items. We are recording this webinar for sharing purposes. Also, please submit your questions through the Zoom Q&A panel, and we will review them after the live demo. We will also poll you on a few interesting questions during the webinar, so feel free to answer them, and we will share the poll results with you via email. Finally, please make sure to stay until the end to receive your special 30-day free trial and license offer on Skedler. With that, I will now hand it over to Shankar, who will start the webinar.
Thank you, Mary. Welcome to the webinar. My name is Shankar Radhakrishnan. I am the CEO and founder of Skedler. Today, we will talk about an important trend that is happening across organizations using open source tools for log analytics and monitoring. IT organizations are adopting Elastic Stack and Grafana as the analytics and monitoring tool, but quickly realize that they need to spend a significant amount of money or time to add basic solution components such as reporting and alerting. In this webinar, we will discuss how you can save time and money when you need to add reporting and alerting to your Elastic Stack and Grafana-based log analytics and monitoring applications. A quick introduction to Skedler. Skedler was launched in 2015. It was the first solution to provide reporting for Elastic Stack. Skedler was specifically designed for providing cost-effective reporting and alerting capability to the Elastic Stack and Grafana. We are based in San Francisco Bay Area, and we have a global team to help customers from around the world. Our customers range from small and medium-sized companies to some of the world's largest companies. So let's kick off with a couple of questions about your log analytics and monitoring. The first question is, what's your business driver for your log analytics and monitoring application? Is it for IT operations monitoring? Is it for compliance or security information events? Are you a managed service provider? Are you using it for ad analytics? Or is it for business analytics, similar to a data warehouse? The second question is, what tools are in your log analytics toolkit? Elastic Stack, of course. Are you using Grafana? Are you using Zabbix? How about Prometheus? Are you looking at Graylog? What other tools are you using? So you will see these questions in the poll. Please take a few seconds to answer. Okay, looks like majority of you are using it for IT operation analytics, and majority of you are using the ELK stack, the Elastic Stack for that purpose. It's great to know. So let's look at the log analytics application maturity model. There are three distinct types of analytics applications. The first kind, or the descriptive type. These log analytics and monitoring applications tell you what happened, why it happened, and also give you visibility into what's happening now. Once you have these answers, the next step is to extend your application with predictive capability. Using statistical models and machine learning, you can predict what is expected to happen and what may happen. The final state of nirvana is achieved with the prescriptive capability. Here, the machine learning and the deep learning models will help you understand what will happen, when will it happen, why would it happen, and finally, what can be done to handle that event. So now, what are the tools required for each of these phases? To build out the descriptive analytics application, you would need a data pipeline to collect, cleanse, and store the data. You need a dashboard to visualize the data. You need automated reporting so that you don't need to be in front of the dashboard all the time. Ad hoc analytics help you understand what is going on with your business. Last but not the least, alerting informs you when abnormal events occur and need your attention. Now, to step up to the predictive phase, you need to add a platform through which you can create and run statistical models and machine learning algorithms. The data needs to be integrated with your descriptive phase applications for full value. The next stage is to extend the platform for more complex machine learning deep learning models, and integrate it with recommendation systems and automation frameworks. The vast majority of the organizations are still in the descriptive phase. They are starting to get visibility and insights into what is going on with the business. At this stage, the data pipeline, the dashboards are critical, but so are reporting and alerting. They form a key components of your log analytics and monitoring application. So if you're using Elastic Stack or Grafana for the log analytics, what are your options for reporting and alerting? You might have already considered some of the options, XPack, also called as the Elastic Stack features, or custom development using open source projects. So let's look at each of these options. XPack looks interesting since it's offered by Elastic, but what is not appealing is its prohibitive subscription cost and lack of features, scalability, and flexibility. Also, it is not compatible with open source plugins like SearchGuard or read-only REST. XPack is therefore not for vast majority of the Elastic Stack users. So how about developing the reporting capability on your own? The first question that you have to think about is, do you want to be in the development and maintenance business for this custom solution? Developing a reporting or alerting solution is not a one-time thing. It's a budget and time commitment for as long as the application is running. The open source toolkits for custom reporting and alerting are unreliable, and it could leave your business high and dry. It's not only difficult to build a robust reporting and alerting application, but maintaining it is an operational nightmare. There is a new release of Elastic Stack almost every 2 months. What we have seen is that each new release breaks the critical plugins. And so just imagine rebuilding your solution every 2 months, add up the cost, and deeply think if custom development is a good use of your time and money. Now, given the challenges with XPack and custom development, what you need is a reporting and alerting solution that is robust, cost efficient, and easy to deploy so that you can focus on your core business. So we designed Skedler to help you add reporting and alerting capabilities quickly to your log analytics applications without breaking your bank or wasting your time. The Skedler reporting is an easy to use, customizable burst reporting solution for your Elastic Stack and Grafana. Unlike XPack or custom solutions, it's cost efficient, powerful, and flexible. Skedler Alerting is an easy to use, flexible alerting solution for your Elastic Stack applications. Unlike XPack, it's cost efficient, offers more features and flexibility. Unlike ElastAlert, it's not script based, so it's easy to use and very quick to deploy. So now, if we look at the log analytics and monitoring stack, Skedler reports and alerts provides a strong foundation component that helps your organization to complete the descriptive stack and go on to the predictive analytics and the prescriptive stages components of your solution. At a high level, you can deploy Skedler reports in just a few minutes in either Docker, AWS AMI, or VM. You can create and manage reports using an intuitive user interface. You can customize reports with a drag and drop editor to create and send professional reports to your customers. You can also burst reports. For example, you can take an IT telemetry dashboard, apply dynamic filters to the dashboard, and send out custom reports to various users without breaking a sweat. You can download old reports. It works well with SearchGuard and read-only REST. You can create PDF, XLS, CSV, and PNG reports. Last but not the least, you'll find the most attractive subscription option for Skedler reports. We have only 3 levels of subscription, 1, 3, or unlimited Elasticsearch nodes at a very attractive subscription price. Now, if you look at Skedler alerts, it's also easy to deploy in Docker, AWS AMI, or VM. No scripting is required. You can create and manage alerts using a very friendly user interface. Creating alerts for, say, heartbeat monitoring or new events or missing events is a piece of cake. If you need to create complex aggregations, you can use painless scripting. You can send notifications via email, Slack, or webhooks. You can also look back at the alerts of the past and drill down to the root cause data, either in Kibana or Grafana. You can create alerts for beats data in just a couple of clicks using alert templates. Finally, you can get the peace of mind of a simple subscription model based on 1, 3, or unlimited nodes of Elasticsearch. So Skedler reports, when you compare in contrast to the XPack or custom development, is the only solution that is simple to deploy, easy to use, attractive in total cost of ownership, and provides your organization with the features and flexibility to meet your business requirements. Similarly, Skedler Alerts is the only solution that is simple to deploy, easy to use, and lowers the total cost of ownership for your log analytics and monitoring applications. So how can Skedler help your business? With Skedler, you can lower the total cost of ownership for your log analytics and monitoring application. You can shorten the time to add reporting and alerting. And with our attractive subscription model, you can achieve ROI within a month. With that, let us quickly jump to the Skedler demo. We will start with the Skedler reports and then see the Skedler alerts in action. So let's consider the following scenario. You've built an Elastic Stack or a Grafana application that captures log data from various applications. You have built several dashboards. So you've built several dashboards to look at the data that are used by your teams for monitoring and analyzing the data. So whether it's in Kibana or in Grafana. So, but your users are tired of going to the dashboard every day to view the data. Instead, they want daily or weekly summary of the dashboards that they are interested. So you're tasked with adding reporting capability, and you have zeroed in on Skedler. So let's start from there. Installing and configuring Skedler is very simple. You can download Skedler from skedler.com. You can find the step-by-step instructions for installing and configuring Skedler in the Getting Started page. You can get there by going to the resources and getting started. The first step is to configure the reporting.yml and the alert config.yml. So we'll look at that. So here you can find the reporting.yml and the alert config.yml files. So in the reporting.yml files, you will configure the Elasticsearch URL, the Kibana URL. And if you're using Grafana, you can point it to the Grafana URL. And then you set up the security settings based on how you have configured your Elasticsearch, Kibana, or Grafana. So once you've set it up, you can save it. The same applies for alert config.yml also. Here also you go in and configure your Elasticsearch URL, and then you can set up your security settings for the Elasticsearch. And then once you have saved these two files, you then start Skedler. So that's all it takes. It takes just a few minutes to configure this YML file, and then you can start Skedler. So let's go back to the dashboards. So let's start with a demo of Skedler reports. Before you create your first report, you can configure the time zones and the email servers that you are going to use for sending out the email reports, and also the Slack channels. You can set them up here in the configuration screen. Once you have set it up, now let's start with the templates. One of the unique features of Skedler is the ability to create templates that reflect your brand. So let's take a look at the guidance template report. Here, you can define the format. You can define the page size, the orientation, the fonts that you're going to use, and then you can choose to add the introduction page for a report. Then you can go on to the visual designer to actually create how the template is going to look. So you can customize the report title page and also the inside pages, including the header and footer. So you can drag and drop the text that you need, the time windows, the pagination, and also the images that you want in your reports. You can create it once, and you can set up the header color, the footer color, etc. And you can also choose to apply the layout to all the pages. Once you've done that, you can save it. Now you're ready to use this template. So let's go to the Scheduled Reports tab. Let's go and create a report. The first step is clicking on Schedule a Report. Enter a report name. We will start with the custom with the standard smart layout report. You can choose the source, Kibana or Grafana. Let's start with Kibana. Let's select the type, dashboard. You can also create a report from Kibana search. So for this demo, we will choose go with the dashboard. Then you can choose the dashboard that you want to create a report from. Let's go and look for the HTTP request dashboard. Then these are optional fields that you can choose to add, the report output directory or report tags. Now let's move on to the report design. The report title is automatically filled up. The format is PDF. You can choose to include an Excel also. Now in the select template, let's choose the template that we saw earlier, which is the guidance template report. Now you can view the template, which would be the same template that we created earlier. And then we can choose in this, the layout type, we have two options, a smart layout or a custom layout. So let's choose the smart layout. In this case of smart layout, Skedler will automatically read the dashboard and then lay out all the visualizations in a smart form, which is basically 1 or 2 visualizations per page. If it's a portrait mode, there will be 2 visualizations per page. If it's a landscape mode, then there'll be 1 visualization per page. So that's all you need to do. You just choose the smart layout and Skedler will figure out how to lay out the visualizations. The next step is to go into the filter details. Here, you can choose to use the dashboard time window, or you can define your own time window here in Skedler. For this sake of demo, let's use the dashboard time window. And let's skip the filter, select filter here for now. We'll come back to that in the later in the demo. And then we go on to schedule the report. So we want to see how often we want to send out this report. So let's choose daily. So we want to send out this report every day at around 10:33 a.m. for every one of the days, every day. Or you can also choose only weekdays. Then you move on to report action. Here you can say where you want to send out the report. So you can send it to hello@skedler.com. You can add CC, and also you can set up a warning email. So if Skedler is unable to generate a report for any reason, say for example, if your dashboard is too slow or too heavy, then you can actually, this email will be sent out to that particular, the warning email address. So once you set that up, then you can go in and set like a subject for the report, and you can set up the message for the report. Here, you can also add some merge parameters. So for example, if you want to include the dashboard URL, let's choose the dashboard URL and merge it. So Skedler will automatically embed the dashboard URL to the message and include it along with the report person. So save the report. Now your report is set up. So it's very simple to set up. Now let's take a quick look at how this report looks. So you can click on preview, and then you can choose preview here. So this is going to generate a report and then make it available for download now. So why it'll take a few seconds to generate the report. While it's doing that, let's go ahead and look at how to create a custom report. Let's click again on a schedule a report. Let's give the name of custom report. In this case, let's choose Grafana as the source. So here you can choose the dashboards that you want to use for your reporting. Let's choose the HTTP request dashboard. Let's go here to the report design, give it a name. Let's choose the PDF. Let's choose the template that we want to use, guidance template report. And then we go to the custom layout. So once you choose the custom layout, you have an option to edit the report. So click on edit. So here you can now drag and drop the metrics from the dashboard that you want to see. So let's click add these 4 metrics for a quick report. And then we can add a page. Let's add this graph. You can resize it. So for now, let's go with 2 pages. You can add more pages and then create your own custom report here. So then You save it. So once you have saved it, now let's go back. You can choose the filter details. Let's use the dashboard time window. Let's go ahead and schedule the report. Let's again go for a daily report. And you can also, of course, you can go for hourly or weekly, monthly, and so on. So there are a lot of flexibility in terms of how you want to schedule the reports. Now let's go back to the report action and let's define who should receive this report. And you can also add a Slack message. So that's also available out of the box. And then you can set up the custom report and you can add some merge parameters if you need here, or if you don't need, you can just leave it like that. So then you save it. It's so easy to create a custom report. So now we have created a custom report. So now let's go back and look at the previous report, the smart layout report that was created earlier. So this is the report that was created. So you can see each visualization is laid out automatically, nicely in a landscape mode. You can see that it's very clear. It's very, the report is easy to understand. It also reflects your brand. So you can create a template that reflects your brand and you can use it for sending it to your managers or to even to customers. A lot of our customers use it for as a reporting mechanism that they need to meet their SLAs for customer report, sending reports to their customers. So this is a smart report. I'll also show you an example of a custom report. So this is a custom report, which is using a similar template, but here you can see the 4 charts that are laid out nicely. This is based on the custom report, and you can create your own report. You can lay out which metrics go together. You can define those and send out this report. So creating either a simple report, which Skedler can automatically configure, or creating your own custom report is very easy with Skedler. Now let's see how to create a burst report. In the case of burst report, as I mentioned earlier, is a scenario where you can take a single telemetry dashboard or some kind of a Kibana or a Grafana dashboard, and then you can customize it for each of the recipients. So for example, some of your recipients might be interested in a subset of servers. Others might be interested in some specific network specific machines and so on, or it could be for different regions. So based on that, you can take a single dashboard, you can apply the filter on the fly, and then send it out to multiple users in one shot. So the first step to do that is to create filters. So you go here, create a filter. So you add a new filter. Let's call it response code filter. You can also upload filters from an XLS file, create. Once you've created it, now you can edit it and add the individual filters. Individual filter, the filter report filter is just like your query filter in Kibana or Grafana. So you can say response equals 200, send it to john@skedler.com, save it. Now you can add another. If a response is 300, send it to jane@skedler.com. So the idea is that you take a single dashboard, and you apply the filter to get the dashboard corresponding to response colon 200, or then you send it to john@skedler.com. You take the same dashboard, you apply Skedler will apply the filter 300 and send it to get the resulting dashboard, convert it into a report, and send it to jane@skedler.com. So, and in order to, once you have set up these filters, you can go back to scheduled reports and you can apply this filter to the existing reports or to a new reports. Let's go back and apply to this smart report. All you have to do is go down here, go to the filter details and choose response code filter, and you save it. So now the report is saved. You can take a quick look at the preview screen now. When you do that, now you have the option. Before you even to generate the report, you have the option to apply the filters and then see the report based on that. So it's Burst report is a very important capability for any reporting solution. So Skedler makes it so easy to create this burst reports with using the dynamic filters. So now you can also look at the report history. So one of the things that we can do is report Skedler automatically stores the reports that have been created over the past period and stores it in your local storage and also makes it available through the report history page. So you can go here, for example, and then look at the reports that have been created in the past, say, 30 days. You can see the trend of the reports that have been created. You can go in and look at the request dashboards. You can drill down into those reports and then see when those reports were generated. You can also download the preview, download the copy of those reports. So this is a report that was recently created. So it has data. So this is very nice and useful for auditing purposes. So you can see the past reports and make it available to your auditors if they ask for information. So with that, let's now jump onto a demo of Skedler Alerts. Skedler Alerts is designed to make it easy to create alerts and notification mechanisms for your Elasticsearch data. So the first step to creating an alert in Skedler Alerts is very simple. There are two options. So you click on Create here, and you have an option to either create the alert step by step on your own, or you can quickly use our new templates capability. So if you click on this Skedler Alert from templates, we have created a number of templates that are for the beats data. So for example, these are based for file beat Nginx response code. So you can create alerts based on if there are response code 300 of the kind, 300 or 400. So you can do that quickly. So let's choose a couple of couple of these alerts. You'll see how easy it is to create these reports, alerts. So you click on the alerts that you need, click next. Then the next step is to create the notification. So should be notified when these alerts occur. So here you can say hello@skedler.com. You can set up the CC and you can you can customize the subject. You can customize the message. You can also choose to include the CSV file of the alert data, or you could include it as a JSON, depending upon how you want. And you can add the merge parameters depending upon based on your requirement. You can customize the message, and once you do that, you just say create, and so the 3 alerts are automatically created. So now it's very simple. With just a couple of clicks, you are able to create alerts and set it up. Now let's go drill deeper into these alerts to see how it is set up. So let's look at the 200 file beat Nginx response code alert for 200 messages. So if you look at the alert details, you have an alert name, the index pattern based on which it's used, and then you can also look at the alert conditions. This alert is based on threshold condition, but there are templates available for either monitoring flatline data or spike data or new values or repeated values. You can also do a test query and see the resulting data to see if the query is correct. Now you can apply keyword filters to the data. You can also apply aggregation filters. In the aggregation filters, there are count, average, all the standard functions are available. You can also write a bucket script that are based that runs against the Elasticsearch data, and you can use it for complex aggregations. So let's use the count, and then you can apply query filter. You can based on what all the fields that are available in the index are available here. You can use that to set up your own query filter. Finally, you can also do group by, and you can choose the time window. So the time window, you can say whether it's last 15 minutes or 1 hour or whatever, however you want to set up, right? The last 1 hour and so on. You can also compare to the prior condition. So you can take the current data, compare it with the previous set of data, and then based on that, you can trigger an alert. So all of this becomes very easy with the Skedler alerts. So let's go here. And then finally, you can schedule how often do you want to check on this on the data. So here you can set it up in seconds, minutes, hours, days, however you want, whatever your business requirement is. Based on that, you can set up the alert to run, and it runs every 1 minute, starting from the next X minute and so on. You can set it up. And finally, what is the action? So once the alert gets triggered, what should you do? What should Skedler do? It's going to send an email to hello@skedler.com. You can also add a webhook, or you can also push the data into an Elasticsearch index. So, and the possibilities are endless. And if some of our customers, for example, when an alert happens, if they're the critical alerts, they send an SMS message. So they through a webhook, using the webhook. So we have designed Skedler to be flexible enough to meet your business requirements. So here you can customize the subject, you can customize the message, you can also use the webhook to send it to Slack. So it's very simple to set up those configurations, and you can choose to include the CSV file as an attachment. You can also choose, say, which data that you want to include in the CSV file. So all of those customization capability, we have thought through what data you need to make it available in this UI. So once you do that, you update it, and your alert is ready. So it'll run, and then get the notification. You can take care of it. You can also pause the alert if needed. You can also look at tag the alerts. You can take copies of these alerts and create new alerts and so on. So it becomes very simple to manage these alerts. Now, compare this to a script-based system where you have to go and create it, manage it. It's a nightmare, right? So whereas Skedler makes it so easy to create these alerts and manage them. Now, once these alerts are set up, you want to go back and look at the history, right? So you can click on alert history here, and you can see the history of alerts that have been triggered. So let's say if you want to look at the alerts triggered over the past 7 days. So you can see these are the alerts that have been triggered. So you can drill down into these alerts, and then you can see what alert happened. And in this case, there is no data here on this one, but you can also look at, let's go back and look at an alert that really that has some data. So we'll look at this login items. So you can see the SSH IP address, you can see the data, and this becomes available. You can also go back and look at the source data from where the alert was generated. So it becomes very simple. You can download it, you can monitor it, and so on. And all this data becomes available in your as a part of your alert notification also. So with that, that kind of brings us to the end of the demo. So let's go back to the presentation. So by using Skedler alerts, Skedler reports and alerts, you can reduce the total cost of ownership for adding reporting and alerting to your Elastic Stack and Grafana applications. And if you're a DevOps engineer or a security engineer or an analytics engineer, Skedler shortens the time to add reporting and alerting to your Elastic Stack. You can add reporting and alerting capabilities at a fraction of the cost of XPack or custom development, and you can get your return on investment within a month. With that, I'll hand back to Mary.
All right, so thank you so much. And if you are interested in a free trial download, you can directly contact myself and Shankar with the emails above, and we'll make sure to get back to you as soon as possible. I will also be sending out all our attendees this Thursday an email containing a copy of the webinar slides, webinar recording, and as a thank you for staying till the end, we are offering a 30-day free trial license key with a full version of Skedler and a 10% discount on subscription fees for the first year of Skedler. So with this offer, we hope that you're able to gain a better understanding of the software and its potential to improve your business. So again, thank you so much for attending, and we really appreciate it, and we'll be in touch soon. Have a good day.